Welcome, Pisces, to the month of August 2017. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and this is a general transits reading for those born with their sun, moon, and or rising sign in Pisces. Now, the month starts out with Uranus retrograde in the second house of money and what we value. When I say we, the reason I say we is because I'm a Pisces. And fortunately, with our ruling planet Neptune in our first house, we can see ourselves being quite imaginative. However, be mindful that with Uranus going retrograde in the second house of money on August 3rd at 5 minutes and 32 seconds, it can cause financial ups and downs and erratic financial changes. But, that's kind of the way money works. It comes, it goes. So, then on the following day, August 4th, Jupiter squares Pluto from the 8th to the 11th house. And what this means is because Jupiter is our sub-ruler to Pisces, it also rules Sagittarius, but mostly, it can mean some tensions and or transformational developments between your friendships, goals and wishes, and anything to do with some sort of your partner's help, as in the other person's income coming in to help you out somewhat. I don't know. But this also deals with your partner's sensuality, maybe some other kind of documents, and big things happening, though, for the 8th house, as well as transformational things happening in the 11th house with this square on August 4th, 18 minutes and 49 seconds. Now, there is a full moon happening on August the 7th in our natural 12th house of where Pisces rules, and this can bring on really big dreams and highlight things that we might have swept under the rug or whatever. And however, there is a partial lunar eclipse happening also on August 7th in the 12th house. So this sort of doubles that full moon in a way. I tend to have a hard time sleeping just 2 days before and 2 days after a full moon, and even sometimes have a hard time sometimes remembering those important dreams. But maybe, hopefully maybe, I will key in on some of that, and that's what meditation is good for. I need to do more of that. I'm more of a visualizer. However, Mercury, next we have Mercury going retrograde on August 13th. And sometimes having Mercury retrograde can help with the processing of dreams. But be mindful of signing any documents with others and read the fine print. Then the moon goes into the last quarter in our third house of communications. So also signing any last minute documents pertaining to some kind of business association. However, there is a trine here between the 7th and the 3rd houses, and this is very pleasant. Very harmonious aspect for the last quarter moon to be in with the 7th house. Keep in mind, though, that there is a square going on from the 6th house of work, health, and service given with the Sun, Mars, and North Node of the Moon in Leo squaring the 3rd house. So there may be a lot of activity or actions regarding work or health-related things. Like I'm just starting to get back into juicing, so that's wonderful. And actually that's quite harmonious. So keep that in mind. And then the new moon happens also in the 6th house of health. And what this does is start new things, as it happens on August 21st at 28 degrees 53 minutes in the 6th house. And now watch this. Also on August 21st, we have a total lunar eclipse happening in Leo. Now, what this poses for everyone, but also for us, is that we can tend to give a little too much. So now maybe it's a little bit time for us to give to ourselves. Oh, and what I failed to mention, and I'm so sorry, that with the partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius, that is a very humanitarian, significant time to reach out and do something humanitarian in some way. In some way with the 12th house. Perhaps if you're a nurse, doctor, in some kind of health field, that could be something you can be into at that time when on August 7th. But coming back to August 21st, please be sure to wear protective eyewear when when watching or viewing the total lunar eclipse. Then on August 22nd, the Sun moves into our opposite sun sign Virgo, into our 7th house. So what that does is highlight our relationships even more, and it will somewhat be opposing to Neptune, but not in a bad way. It might actually bring awareness to what we've been doing to ourselves to deceive ourselves. Now, after that, Saturn, since it's been going retrograde since April 6, 2017, it now goes direct, yay, and moves forward in a much positive way because it's in Sagittarius, the positive sign, and we can manifest even more. Let's see, yes, actually, we can manifest a new career of some sort, a new job, a new career, because all of this from the 6th house, Mars in Leo, trining Saturn in Sagittarius in the 10th house, can mean possible new forms of income, a new job, or a new career on August 25th. Yippee! So then Venus enters Leo, also the 6th house, so we'll really love working out and taking care of our health. I'm already loving working out, but I'm going to even be more into it on August 26th when Venus goes into Leo. And then Jupiter sextiles Saturn from the 8th house to the 10th house. So there will be big changes that we can manifest in terms of what we can do. Maybe, with the cooperation of others' finances, as in a bank loan or some other sort of institution, to the 10th house of career with that sextile. Then the moon goes into its first quarter, also into our 10th house of career, Pisces 10th house of career and public standing. So there is a sense of emotional well-being as well as a sense of achievement as we've worked so hard thus far, so let's keep it going. Then Mercury goes retrograde again, coming back into the 6th house of work. So not only will we be thinking about, but acting on and loving every moment of what we do in our work. And work can mean anything. My work is being an astrologer and doll maker of all things, and so I'm working for myself. I prefer, thank God, I feel so blessed to be self-employed as well as semi-retired, but this is all meant to be, and many of you can go for it, and I do mean go for it, and just take giant leaps, if you will, if you want to. I love those flying dreams. Okay, now do me a favor and feel free to like, share, and or subscribe to this video or others, and have a wonderful August, Pisces. Thank you so much, and I look forward to next month.